Well, today, look what I've seen. Look at this. What do you make of this? It's a little cheap, gimmicky, sort of a ring thing, isn't it? You press this button and it goes crazy. It flashes like crazy. You know, in the dark, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? And the thing about it is, it doesn't run until it kills the battery. It runs for about 20 seconds and switches itself off. And it's only activated. These plastic things, the batteries in these last forever. It's only activated by a little button there. Look, you just press that. And obviously, if it's kept depressed, it keeps it going. So me and my security mind, shall we call it, if you've got somewhere where you want to dissuade an empty building or whatever, you know, and obviously you don't want to put an alarm on it, yeah, you know, you wouldn't respond to it anyway. But what a fantastic little deterrent. You could build this in somewhere, you know, kids keep, if you've got a place and kids keep breaking into the place, kids keep doing things, or, you know, you're getting intruders and you don't know who or where they are, they're just coming mooching. What a fantastic little trip you could make. You could make a little trip on a gate or a window, on a door. You could make some sort of, so that when they activate it, obviously they're coming in the dark. They probably don't do it in the daytime, do they? They're coming mooching in the dark as they do. They do this, they press that. If you was just up to mischief and you saw one of these light up in the dark, you'd go, oh shit, the alarm's gone, run away, run away, run away, run away. And it's deterred somebody, isn't it? You've just triggered a little trigger just to keep them, make them, you know, they don't know you're not going to turn up. They don't know that you don't even know that the thing's gone off. It's just a little independent little trigger that you've set off and just deterred. You know, crooks will be crooks. If they're going to come and rob something, they're going to come and rob something. And there's not a lot you can do about that sort of thing. But what a little deterrent against moochers, sneakers about, people that come just looking. And if nothing stops them from looking, they look a bit further and they go a little further and, you know, maybe a farm building, that sort of a thing. So you could make some sort of a little wooden frame, couldn't you, and fit this in, so that, you know, when a door opens, it pulls, I'm guessing, a shaft of wood or however, or it releases a spring, and then the spring comes down and presses the button. It's cost you nothing, you know. You're not having an alarm system. You're not having you're not making a big noise. It'd be a fantastic thing, wouldn't it? It could almost be like a little rodent trap. If you've got if you think you've got a squirrel in your garden and you've got CCTV in it, if you think you've got a rat, you can see a path and there's a rat run going past it, and you want to know if the rats are running past, what a fantastic little trigger to trigger a rat run. Make the rat run over it, triggers the light, which then notify, if you're watching it with CCTV, it stands out, doesn't it? Yeah, if you've got that sort of system that records anything that moves. Wow, what a clever little plastic kid's toy that you could do all sorts with it, couldn't you? You could do absolutely all sorts. If you had a gate at the end of the field, and you know, somebody keeps opening it and doesn't shut it, you could set yourself a little trigger off, couldn't you? You could see that in the dark, you know, you could see that from quite a distance. And once that's been triggered, you'd say, why is that light flashing? Oh, let's look around. Do you know what I mean? Then you can keep watching. If the light's not flashing, you know your trap hasn't been triggered. So you know it's safe to not look, you know. But if this had been triggered somewhere, whether it be spring-loaded or even if you kept it on, you know, once a gate had been opened or a door had been unflashed. So when you do look, you know, out of your bedroom window, if you do look out your kitchen window or something and you see the light flashing, you're thinking, hey up, there's somebody walking around the back of that building, or there's somebody doing this, that or t'other, you know. What a fantastic, cheap, fantastic thing. Wow. What do you think? Hey, shall we make, what sort of, if this was yours, what sort of a trap would you make? Keep your eye open for these in the kids' toys type thing, in the, you know, bric-a-brac. And you could make a fantastic little trap. And it would last for an awful lot. These, you find these little toy things, their batteries seem to last forever. Just enough to give you a bit of peace of mind. Wow. Isn't that a fantastic piece of technology? Doesn't have to be a red one. A multicolored one will do. Yeah. I found us a little gem, a little high security, a little gem of a thing. We'll have to think on that, won't we? Yeah, we'll have to do that, won't we? Just a little baddie trap. Not, you can't stop the big baddies, but you can stop the moochers. You can stop the, you know, the kids going to have a look in the dark. I wonder if this door will open easily. That sort of stuff, you know. Because we've all been there. We've all been looking and searching, haven't we? We've all gone a mooching. But once that light goes, oh shit, the alarm's going, let's get out of here. Cheap as chips. We like cheap as chips, don't we? So let's imagine you are an up-and-coming tow rag. And you're in the dark, and you've been on Amazon, you've been on eBay, you've been on the dark web, and you've got yourself a lock-picking set. So you've picked that lock now, haven't you? And you're thinking, oh, I wonder what's in Reggie's shed. So now you've picked this lock now. So you've used your lock-picking skills, and you've got the locks off. Hold on, just for put that away. So here we are. So you've done the locks now. Yeah, you haven't made a noise. You've sneakily come along, and you've opened. First of all, you've picked on the wrong door. But if at this point you open the door, and this is screaming in your face. This is screaming in your face, or a few of these are screaming on your face. You wouldn't really then bother with the steel indoor. You'd be running down the road, wouldn't you? You'd be going, oh, let's try another shed. But yeah, that's that sort of, you don't want one of them screaming in your face, do you? Whilst you're having a look. Just a deterrent, just a cheap little deterrent. So partly because of the job it might do for you, but partly because it's so interesting in thinking, oh yeah, you try and, you know, saying a thing is very easy, but doing a thing is another thing. So a lot of the enjoyment I get out of these things is, let me see if I can make some sort of trigger. Let me see if I can make it happen. Just to stretch your mind. Do you know what I mean? How am I going to overcome the obstacle of, you know, keeping it off when the door's shut and triggering it when the door opens? And some springs, if you did it spring, is it a stronger spring? Is it a weaker spring? Is it a longer activating shaft, or is it a shorter activating shaft? Just the actual process of thinking about and actually inventing something from scratch, making something out of nothing, is just the enjoyable part of, and of course stretching your mind and thinking, and then you do it, and then you look at it and you think, no, I'm going to do it another way, and you improve it. So thinking about it, making it, and then possibly improving it, and then possibly mounting it, you can get hours and hours of fun, not only as a kid to play with kids' toys, but as an adult to play with kids' toys. Yeah, it's a great. That'll stretch your mind, wouldn't it? Make you think of things, and start you thinking. Put you in the inventing mode. The first steps of thinking of something and inventing something from scratch, isn't it? Yeah, just gets the juices flowing.